And we are live. So you guys let me know if you can hear me out there. I believe so, but let me know if you can hear me or not. I can see there's 4 of you there. So I just want to make sure things are good because we've done this enough times and things were not good. I don't know what it is that I do with I don't know, we're trying to get this set up, but okay. So Tammy Thompson says, good evening, everyone. Tammy, can you hear me okay? That's the question on the table right now. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Okay, great. So Wendy Always Busy says, I'm coming in loud and clear. Andrea Mason says, hi, Denise and Sister Circle. So I'm going to go ahead and give the greeting so that we can get started. And Carol for My Blessed Nest, it's good you're on too, because I'm going to talk about your channel today. So I want to welcome you to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. We're going back to the basics, ladies. We are going back to the basics. So because of that, I'm going old school, and tonight I'm calling it Shoutout Sunday, and I'm going to introduce you to a few new channels that I've just discovered, and we're going to examine a few old ones. A few of the ladies here in our sister circle that I've been chatting with about a couple of different things, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about some of the things that I see when I took a look at their channels just before I popped on tonight. And then I'll address the topic of swatting and give updates on open invites and collabs. But before we get into that, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to grow their influence through YouTube. So if that sounds like something you want to do, then hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's get into it. The ladies from the Sister Circle are jumping in right now. So if you are here on the live stream, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you taking your time out on a Sunday night to spend it with me. So hey, Sheryl at IStyleMyStyle, and Tammy Thompson at Tammy Thompson TVMG, Janae Whitney. I'm glad you're on with us, Janae, too, because I'm going to talk about your channel tonight as well. Michelle from My Everyday Wife Life is on, and Michelle is one of the stimuli for part of our conversation tonight. And then Tablescape Diva is on with us. So, hey, they're good from what it is that we do here tonight. So you can feel free to go ahead and answer questions, or rather, yes, answer any questions that I might ask, or ask any questions in your comment section, and I'll try to answer them as quickly as I can. And you guys know last week when I set up the live stream, when the first one didn't go right, I realized now that when I set it up, I had failed to make it public. So it was still in the private setting. And I kept thinking, I can see where there might not be a lot of people on. But I thought I've never had 0 people on. So I knew something was wrong, and it was on the private setting. So no one knew that I was there. So when I jumped off and jumped back on, and then I set it up on my other channel. So it was just a hot mess. But but we got it sorted out, thank goodness. And there are 16 of you on. If I could get 16 thumbs up, that would be great. And so Lynn Kelly, author, it's good to see you. And Diva, it's good to see you as well. I took a sip of this water, and hey, what you're sipping on, I'm just got water tonight. And I think it went down the wrong pipe. So Clarissa says she's waving at us all. She's popping in to say hello. We'll need to leave soon because she hasn't cooked her dinner yet. I get it. I cooked my dinner already. I cooked dinner yesterday for today. I made Irish stew. Yes, ladies, Irish stew with lamb. And we had that for dinner tonight. And OMG, it was so good. So that video is coming. So Carol and My Blessed Nest has unsweetened iced tea and lemon. Wendy Always Busy has sweet tea. Simply Carla Jones has water. Carla, I saw that cute little wreath you put together for Pam's challenge. Let's see. And then Tammy said her brain's doing a mile a minute from doing 3 tablescapes today. Oh, my goodness. Tammy's got Coca-Cola. Girl, you better drop that Coca-Cola. That's what got your brain going a mile a minute, all that caffeine, unless it's a decaffeinated one. And then Mary at Rocky Mountain Gardens has lemon water. I am going to give up ice cream for Lent. I'm trying to tell myself to give up sugar, but I just don't know if I can do that. But I'm going to give up ice cream and maybe even, I don't know. I'm struggling with the thought of coffee. We'll see. But I'm definitely giving up ice cream for Lent. So Carla says, did I curry the lamb? No, it was just an Irish stew. So I didn't curry the lamb at all. It was just an Irish stew. The first time I've ever cooked lamb, as a matter of fact. But it was turned out pretty good. So all right. Well, let me just go ahead and let's see. I've given the greeting. And as usual, I'll give you guys a quick rundown on some of the challenges that just dropped. And then I'll get into the YouTube strategy stuff. And then I'll give you updates on open advice and collabs. And then we'll revisit our discussion on thumbnails, or I can answer any other questions. So when I do the shout outs, I've got several channels that I'm going to share with you guys. And then we're going to examine some of a few of the channels from the ladies here in the circle. And then after we're done with that, I can answer any questions if anybody has some, if I know the answers to them. So, hey, Luann, it's good to have you here. And Tablescape Diva says she does a Lego lamb for Easter. And that's, well, I was trying to get the Irish stew done so it's ready for St. Patrick's Day and Irish stew. But I did buy 2 packs of lamb chops. And you can either have the Irish stew for Easter, since it is lamb, or I can make some lamb for Easter. So we'll see. I've got another pack in the freezer. So Sheryl has water with apple cider. And you know, Liz at Jazzy Green Decor has been doing that apple cider thing too. So yeah. All right, ladies. So let's see. So now let me just remind everyone that my February pantry challenge, my February challenge where you were to eat from your freezer, your fridge, or your pantry has ended. It ended yesterday on February 29th. So I'm going to go live tomorrow on March 2nd to do a wrap up for the February pantry challenge. And what I want, and remember, you don't have to have made a video to participate in this challenge. All you needed to do was save your grocery receipts, or at least try to figure out what you spent on groceries this month and try to spend less this month than you did last month. And just try to cut your grocery bill either in half or by a third. Because I know Michelle said she couldn't cut hers in half, but maybe she could do it by a third. So tomorrow night, hopefully we can all jump on live and talk about what we did, what we didn't do, if it worked, if it didn't work, that kind of thing, and find out about the new challenge for March. So there's that. And hey, name twin, how you doing? Living Better with Style Rucker. She's my name twin. And let's see. And Clarissa, is the ladybug me? If that's me, I'm doing fine. If the ladybug is somebody else you're talking to, well, then they'll have to, you know, speak to that. But if you're talking to me, I'm doing well. I've been trying to rest a lot more because you guys know I've been stressed to the max with my mom being in the hospital, and now she's in the rehab center, and just trying to stay on top of everything and, you know, get out there every day and make sure she's getting the care she needs and all of that. It's been a struggle, but I'm getting through it, you know, and my sisters have been jumping in to help. So, you know, I'm getting through it. So I'm doing well. And so again, join me tomorrow as we do the live stream to wrap up the February Pantry Challenge. And then our video assignment tonight was actually one of my videos, and it was how to get thumbnails, how to get the click. And it was a video that I put together that I had promised you guys I would do, where I looked at about 20 of my thumbnails. Some were good, some were great, and some were pretty ugly. But I thought that if I showed you what some of mine look like, for those of you that are very visual, that it would be helpful. And looking at some of the comments that I got in regards to that, let me just move this screen over here so I'm not like looking off the camera too much. But Thank you for sending prayers for my mom. She's doing so much better. We have the family meeting on Tuesday, and then they'll let us know what the plans are and how much longer she'll need to be in the rehab center. I'm thinking that probably by next Saturday or Sunday, she should be able to come home because she's getting stronger. She's still a little bit weak, but she's better. So, yeah. So anyway, I was just getting ready to talk about the video assignment is the thumbnails, how to get the click. And Rocky Mountain Gardens, Mary, and she's on with us tonight. Mary said, okay, Clarissa, I thought you might have been talking to somebody else. But Mary said, wonderful information, Denise. I enjoyed all your examples, good and bad, and great for us visual learners. So if you guys have not seen that video yet, please do check it out. Lynn Kelly, who is on with us tonight, said all the points were well taken, and that was super helpful, and she's learning a lot, so that's good. Sheryl at IStyleMyStyle said great tips, good information. Life on Greenwood Lane, Karen, haven't seen her for a while, said great info, and she'll be looking at her thumbnails more closely. And Lori Bly DIY said that the video was helpful, and then Mysterious Alberta said it was good information, as well as Bass Drip NYC. Sounds like a fishing something or another. Said big ups. So I think that's good. Big ups. I think that's good. So anyway, I'm pleased with that. So if you guys have not seen that thumbnails, how to get the click, do take a look at it because I think it is very informational. Now, does it show you how to use Adobe Photoshop and do this and do that to actually construct the thumbnail? No, but it does show you when you're looking at the various thumbnails, you can get an idea of what some of the various elements are and how they work. And I do talk about font and all that kind of stuff. So do check that out. All right. And then challenges that just wrapped up for this month was the February Use Your Stash Challenge hosted by Krista at Crafty Kitty. And I think she's going to make this a monthly one, but I'm not sure, where you work on using your stash quite a bit. And then the February game nights hosted by Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me for Black History Month. That's all done with. And then the Mardi Gras Tablescape, that one is all done. And there were several people that kind of co-hosted that. And then the Spring Decorate with Me with Heidi Sandball and Lindsay Domer, that one wrapped up, as well as two on February 28th. There was the Heart Health Awareness Month, and there were quite a few creators who jumped in to participate and host on that collaboration. That one wrapped up. And then the Trash to Treasure one, which was hosted by Casey at Trash to Treasure and Lisa and Company. Now, I got an email from someone because they could not find the invite video, and I could not either. I did go over, I checked out Casey's channel. I couldn't find it. I sent her an email, didn't hear anything back from her. I got the information about the challenge from an email in a comment on my community tab. She left it there. When I checked her channel today, though, there is a video up from that collaboration, so it's there. So the video where she participated in that is up there. So I'm not sure if I just missed the invite video or what. Hey, Stephanie from Creatively Miss Me, it's good to have you with us. And so yeah, people have been doing some really fun things and stepping out there, trying to do some things a little bit differently. So kudos to you guys that have been doing that. And then the Get It Done Challenge hosted by Nicole Northgarden finished up yesterday. And there were several ladies that I saw that participated in the Get It Done Challenge. And who doesn't have a project they need to get it done? So yeah, Lynn, and I could not find the invite video. So I don't think there was a lot of participation because I didn't see a lot of videos, but I will admit I didn't check a lot for that because I was focused on checking for some other things today. And then today is March 1st. Can you guys believe today is March 1st, the first day of the month, and it's on Sunday, the first day of the week. So that's kind of cool. Just kind of cool itself. So now 3 challenges dropped today. So it's not midnight yet. So you still have time to jump in on these if you so choose. And did I mention that Pam's the seasonal wreath challenge with Pam at Creative Homescaping, that one drops today. So you still have time to get that one up if it's not in. And you might even have a little time tomorrow because I don't know how quickly she closes her playlist, but I saw some really cute ones going up in that one. And then Marilyn's 90-day health progress check-in. The check-in for that challenge is today. And I know that she's not closing that check-in on a daily basis. So there were only 5 people that did the Wreath challenge. I need to get mine out and get it on the door. I haven't done that yet for spring. But there's just been a lot going on right now. I don't know. It just seems to be a lot. And so Get It Done challenge on the 29th. And then the seasonal Wreath challenge starts today. So there are more of you that can jump in. Only 5 of you guys have jumped in so far. IStyleMyStyle. Stephanie, her name is Sheryl with an S. So yes, Stephanie, IStyleMyStyle is Sheryl with an S. And so the 90-day progress check-in challenge. And hey, Pam, I just mentioned that you did your Wreath challenge today. Stephanie said she did a Wreath challenge. So did you jump in with Pam? I'm not sure. I didn't see them all. I saw Simply Carla Jones when she was working on hers. So if you guys haven't jumped in on the Wreath challenge, Pam just joined us. Be sure and jump in on that. And then the Blue and White Tablescape with Mysterious Alberta and Cynthia, She's So Blessed. That dropped today as well. And usually Alberta and Cynthia will leave their playlist open for a day or so, that if you haven't, you know, like if you weren't able to do it today, you've got a couple days to get into it. And Pam at Creative Homescaping said she's going to leave her playlist open for a little bit as well. So if you guys have not participated in that, if it makes sense for you, jump in on it. All right. We'll talk more about that later. All right. So let me go ahead now. I've talked about the challenges that just dropped. So what I want to do now is talk about the YouTube strategy stuff. And then we'll come back to the upcoming challenges, because if people have to jump off, I want them to hear the important stuff first, because they can always circle back and get the details about the challenges from the description box. So let me go ahead and do that. So, okay, so let me just get my notes in the right order. So, guys, I was just so excited about going old school today and, you know, like thinking Shout Out Sunday, because, you know, that's kind of what I'm doing today. So from time to time, we will kick it old school and it'll be Shout Out Sunday again. But so I want to give some shout out to some channels that I've just discovered. Now, this first channel that I want to tell you about is called May's Happy Table. Now, if you guys are familiar with May's Happy Table, just type me a May in the comment section. I'm telling you what, I just came across her. I don't know how she popped up in my feed. Probably because since I do cooking, I had cooked something, and then she popped up in my feed. She was doing cooking something. And oh my goodness, this woman, she looks to me like she's in her 60s. And you talking about cooking, this woman can throw down. But she cooks, not but, and she cooks it old school. Yes, Luann, I don't think I got your email. If you're talking to me about something about tonight, I didn't get it. Now, I did get your email about you having to jump off last week, but if there was something about tonight, I didn't get it. But this woman cooks, I mean, she kicks it old school. When I say kicks it old school, she cooks like my mother-in-law, like my husband's stepmother cooks, or like my grandma Earl from Arkansas cooks. I mean, down home soul food, Southern style cooking. And oh my goodness, did it look amazing. And I just really think she has 38,000 subscribers. And I'm thinking, I don't have 38,000 subscribers. I'm trying to grow up to be like her. But she was just amazing. And her last few videos are chicken enchilada casserole, which I thought was a little bit off target for her because it's not like all the other stuff that I saw her make. But chicken enchilada casserole, southern fried catfish, oven baked barbecue chicken. And you might need to watch my video on how to get rid of barbecue sauce stains if you make that oven baked barbecue chicken. And creamy mac and cheese, crispy fried chicken. I mean, this one, I can get that in there for you. May's Happy Table. Oh, good idea, Diva. Good idea. I'll do that. I haven't done it yet, but I will. So when we finish up tonight, I'll put the shout out channels in the description box. So I put the May in there so you guys can see this. M-A-E, May's Happy Table. I mean, that food looks so good, make you want to smack your mama. I mean, okay, so I'm buffering on Pam, but okay, hopefully things will keep going okay. And so I really think you will like her. So check her out. If you like food, you like cooking, check her out. And, you know, she's not one of those ladies that does everything perfectly. But you keep watching because you want to see the end results. So there's that. The other one that I discovered, which I think that many of you will love, and one of the ones in particular that I think might like her is Penny at Penny's Place. Wendy always busy, but I think all of you guys will like her though. Her name is Deborah Walton, and her channel is called The Modern Lady. So let me put her channel in. It's called The Modern Lady by Deborah, I think, R-E-A-U-X Walton. I think it's spelled something like that. And her channel is all about being ladylike. And you guys know I love that ladylike stuff. I just love it. I don't know why. I just always have. But this young sister is amazing. And I think there's a lot of you here in the sister circle that would really like her. But like I said, her channel is all about being a classy lady. So this is her value proposition. And oh, let me back up for a second. I forgot to give you the value proposition for May's Happy Channel. May's Happy Channel, her value proposition, meaning what she's about. Her value proposition is, this is a cooking channel that I have. Oh, no, wait, no. What is it? Wait, where is it? She says, I created this channel to share my knowledge and love of cooking. All of my home style recipes are traditional, simple, and delicious. I also share some old school tips and tricks, and she does. The stories she tells are just amazing. So I really like her. Now, backing up to the Modern Lady. You guys will love the Modern Lady. And see, Rocky Mountain Gardens, Mary was saying she just loves vintage and old-fashioned living. So Mary, you will love the Modern Lady. She looks like she's pretty young. She's somewhere between, I don't know, 25 and 35. Like I said, she's young. I mean, you look at me. So she's young. She's between 25 and 35. And her value proposition is this. Now, when I say value proposition, it means what is your channel about? Or what do you say your channel is about? And then I look to see, well, does it live up to what you say it's about? So she says that her value proposition is to embrace life as a classy lady with timeless advice on social graces, classic style, and sophisticated living. She's a life coach for women. She's an author and is passionate about teaching women how to live an elegant life with class, confidence, and charisma. I'm like, who doesn't want to do that? And like I said, this is a young woman, so I think you guys will love her. So I put her channel in there, The Modern Lady. And I tell you what, I inadvertently found her, and I'll tell you how I found her. I follow The Daily Connoisseur and Inspired by Nikki. And these are just two channels that I found completely independent of one another. And they both do this ladylike thing, or being ladylike and being presentable and all that kind of thing. And then on The Daily Connoisseur, one of her videos popped up that said she and Deborah Walton at The Modern Lady and Inspired by Nikki are hosting a conference in April called The Blossoming Woman. And I'm like, oh, I would love to go to that. Well, it's during my sorority regional, but it's also in Texas, so I can't do that this year because I got some other conferences that I'm going to. but it just sounds so nice. And they're only accepting 25 people. And she's one of the 3 people who are managing it. And then I also follow a channel called Faith and Flower. And I kept thinking there's something familiar about this Faith and Flower channel. And it turns out she's also a follower of these other ladies. So you can just kind of tell. So if you guys like that, being ladylike stuff and class and elegance and all of that, and I know there are some of you on here that I know definitely like that kind of thing, check out the Modern Lady. And then you'll also be introduced to some of the other ladies in her circle. Now, Tablescape Diva said she loves old school cooking, so May's Happy Table will definitely trip your trigger. All right, so now the last 3 videos that the Modern Lady put up were at home entertaining, how to be a classy lady, 10 little black dress outfits, classic and timeless. Don't we all need that? I mean, don't we all have a little black dress we have to wear from time to time? And then relaxing music to feel classy and timeless. So check her out. Check both of them out and let them know I sent you. They won't know me because, like, I just found the Modern Lady and I haven't even left her a comment yet. Now, May's Happy Table, I've left her a couple comments, but they don't know me yet because, like I said, I just discovered them. But tell them that I sent you. And then the third new one that I want to share with you is called Ebony Butterfly, and it's hosted by Felicia. And this young lady is a Rae Dunn lover. And I can't think if I've mentioned her before, but I really wanted to give her a shout out today as we examine some things on the various channels. So now Ebony is another young lady that has a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and her enthusiasm just jumps off the page. So Michelle, if you like Faith and Flower, you will love The Daily Connoisseur, inspired by Nikki, and the Modern Lady. You will love them because they're all in like the same little circle. So now Ebony Butterfly, her name is Felicia, and this is what her value proposition is. She says, my channel is about just decorating my life. I love Rae Dunn, styling my home, and keeping things organized in my planner. I do Rae Dunn, Target, and beauty hauls, as well as decorating and lifestyle videos. But most of her stuff is Rae Dunn, Rae Dunn, Rae Dunn, Rae Dunn. That girl had me going out looking for some Rae Dunn measuring cups. And you guys know I love pretty little pictures and pretty little measuring cups. I went out and I was looking for some measuring cups. I didn't find them. But yeah. So now, yeah, I love In the Kitchen with Gina Young, and I'll mention her another time. I just didn't have her on the radar today because she's not new to me. I've kind of followed her and I love her stuff, but I'll give her a shout out maybe at another time. But definitely, she's old school cooking too, so I'll give her a shout out too. So you would definitely like Ebony Butterfly. So for those of you that like to collect things, if you like Rae Dunn, that kind of thing, check out this young lady because you will like what she does over there. She's a mom. And I know she's got some little ones now. She doesn't show them, of course, but she's got some little ones. And I think she's married. And so she talks about her family a little bit, but you mostly see all this Rae Dunn stuff. And then she shows you how she decorates her home with the Rae Dunn. So you would like her. So there's that. Okay, now let's look at a few of the regulars here in the sister circle. And the first one that I wanted to look at was Carol at My Blessed Nest. And I picked Carol because for the last couple of weeks, she's been on quite a bit and she's been answering quite a few questions. And her and Janae Whitney were really going back and forth one day because she was really giving Janae some really good information about it, whatever it was they were talking about. Now, I don't even remember what it was that they were talking about, but she was just being so helpful. And so I thought, well, why don't I just kind of see what's going on her channel? So yes, Carol at My Blessed Nest. So now here's what Carol says her value proposition is. She says, my channel is about all things home. I love to thrift, organize, cook, meal plan, and save money. I am on a journey to declutter my home and live a more intentional, minimal life. I feel very blessed to enjoy the life that I have and enjoy making my house a home. That's why I chose the name My Blessed Nest. Join me on the journey. Did I say Janae Whitney or did I say I didn't say Janae Owens, did I? I don't think so. No, I didn't. So anyway, so this is Carol at My Blessed Nest. That's her value proposition. And when I looked at her channel, the first thing I saw was, the video that you come to for returning visitors or new visitors was a video that was a thrift and antique haul. Now, this video is a year old, but it was relevant and pertinent to her channel. So being a year old is okay because it was one of the videos that she wanted to highlight. So she's using good practice. If there's a video that you really want to highlight and is very representative of your channel and you don't have a channel trailer, put it up there at the top so that people can see it when they jump on. So I did that with my best macaroni and cheese recipe for a year, and it got me a lot more views on that video. So now you're saying her Get It Done challenge is a must watch. So, now Carla, is it Janae's Get It Done challenge or is it Carol's Get It Done challenge? Maybe it's hers. Okay, Carol's Get It Done challenge was amazing. Yes. So, okay, so there's that. Carol has 600 subscribers. So if you guys have not joined her family, consider checking her out. And if her value proposition aligns with what you're interested in, then consider becoming a member of her family. But I like the fact that her welcoming video was definitely in alignment with her value proposition. Her last few videos were Get It Done Challenge, Declutter with Me, a Spring Home Decor Tour, and the Spring Lantern Collaboration, Coffee Table Vignette, and then another decluttering video. All of these videos are on brand. They are all in alignment with what her value proposition is. So these last 4 that I've looked at, I don't know if there's others that may not be, but for those 4, they are all in alignment with her value proposition. Now, Carol, one of the things that I thought you might consider doing was do a little channel reorganization, like click on that customize my channel button and just kind of maybe move things around just a little bit. I thought what you might consider doing is alternating the vertical and horizontal format. If I'm not mistaken, and now I don't have that screen up now, but if I'm not mistaken, all of your videos were in a horizontal format. So the videos, the playlists, and that kind of thing were all in one format. And so what I'm thinking you might consider doing is maybe like you've got the one video that you use to welcome people. And then maybe for your uploads, you might have a horizontal format where it shows maybe 3 or 4 videos across. And then maybe below that, put in a playlist, but or put in several playlists, but use a vertical format so that you have some that go across and then some that go down and then some that go across, just to break up the visual image a little bit. That was just a thought. So Sheryl at IStyleMyStyle said that she found the ebony butterfly when she was Rae Dunn Honey. Yes. I don't know how she popped up on my feed because I haven't been Rae Dunn Honey for a while, but she popped up and I loved her. So there was that. I thought you might consider that. And Carol, the other thing I think would be important for you is to get some descriptions in your playlist. So let me pull you up so I can kind of My Blessed Nest. Now, this is why I say that, because your playlist can be searchable. So when you look at the playlist, all I see is the title. So now, for example, when you create your playlist, if it's a playlist that you title from like if you click on something from the drop down box, like popular uploads or saved playlist or something like that, you don't get to change the description. You just have to click on it, and I think that's all you get. But on your created playlist, when you create your playlist, you should give them a description, just like you give your videos a description, and optimize them. So for example, your Spring 2020 playlist, you've got 3 videos in it, but all I know is it says Spring 2020. So maybe what you might want to do, and this is a created playlist. So when you, for your description, you might put in this playlist, you'll find a collection of home decor videos that utilize my Ray-Dun hauls or whatever. But somehow you want to optimize that playlist so that people, number one, know exactly what's in the playlist. But number two, so that the YouTube algorithm can recommend that playlist. So you want to make sure you optimize the titles of your playlist. Your challenges and collabs 2020. I just see the title. So again, you've got 2 or 3 lines that you can use to put in a description. So consider doing that. And even though you think 2020 thrift, antiques, and garage sale hauls is explanatory, yeah, that is pretty much self-explanatory. But if you put in a description, that just gives the YouTube algorithm more data to push that playlist out. So Michelle said she didn't know that was available, that you could do that. So is it that you didn't know you could like customize and switch your videos around, that you could switch the format around, that you could optimize the data? Yeah, you can. So I've been working at changing some of that stuff on my channel. I didn't always do it. And as I tell you guys all the time, I am not a YouTube expert by any means. I am learning new stuff every week, just like you guys do. But when I learn something new, I try to share it. So I've been trying to optimize my channel so that I can get more views, more subscribers, so that I can do a better job. So I'm just sharing that with you guys because someone told me you need to reorganize your channel and it would be helpful. So I did do that. So I've reorganized my channel, and I have tried to put in descriptions on all my playlists that are at least the most recent ones. And yes, you can add a description to the playlist that you create, because remember, it's your created playlist. You got to give it a title, and there's a place for you to give it a description and all of that. So there's that. Okay. All right. So Carol, did I have anything else for you? There's that. All right. So Carol, that was all that I had for you. But what I should have checked, and let me just check one other thing. Okay, so there's that. So there was that for you, Carol. And then Janae Whitney, you're the next one. And I decided to, and again, ladies, I just picked these 2 just because they've both been on. They've been very active, and Janae's been asking a lot of questions. So now you know that's a good question, Stephanie. Her question is, can you have too many playlists? I don't know if YouTube only allows so many playlists or not. I don't know. I really don't know, but that's something that obviously I need to find out. I'll find out about that. And there's stuff that you want to do in regards to having dedicated playlists or designated playlists and series playlists and all that kind of stuff. But we're not going to get into all that today. But now Lynn Kelly was saying she's got a lot of playlists. I have a lot too, but I don't know. I think I might have, I don't know, 50, 60 playlists. And I know Diva has a lot of playlists on her channel. So I don't know. I'll try to find that out. So Michelle says she's got a lot of them too. So I don't know. I'll find out though. All right. So now Janae Whitney. Well, Lynn Kelly, you said you need to find out how to delete a couple that were mistakes. Just go into your YouTube studio. So go into your YouTube studio, click on your playlist function, and then when the playlist button comes up, you've got across the top of that header, they'll have, like, you can put little check marks by the different playlists or whatever, and then you have the option to to choose some kind of action, and then you can click delete. Oh, Carol, you repeated, you posed 2 questions. Okay. Okay, Carol, where was the questions Carol posted? I think I missed it. Oh, so Stephanie said, can you have too many? I saw that one. You put 4 question marks in front of it. Let's see. You might need to retype it. I'm trying to see. You know, last week we missed a lot of your questions, Carol, and I don't know why that was happening. Okay, so my blessed nest. That's funny, Carla. Didn't know we could do that. Oh, should I use hashtags on the playlist video description? Yeah, when you guys put in a question, put 4 question marks in the front of the question and 4 question marks in the end. That way I can find it. Okay, so Carol asked, should I also use hashtags on the video playlist description? Sure. Yeah, I do. Like, for example, when I create my my winter kitchen vignette playlist, I use the hashtag in the description box, just like I did on the video, because then that way the hashtag will sometimes capture videos for the playlist. So yes, use your hashtag on there. So yes, do that. And let's see, was there another question? Hey, Sandy, I don't think I spoke to you. Too many playlists. Oh, so Carol, how do we go about reorganizing our videos so some are vertical and horizontal? Now, that was the tricky part, but I did figure it out. Now, let me see if I can pull that up on here. So when you... I don't know if I can show it with my iPad, but okay. So when you go to your home page, there's 2 buttons at the top, and one will say Customize YouTube channel, and one will say YouTube Studio. Click on the one that says Customize YouTube channel. Then it'll kind of flip around, and then you'll have some options of what you want to do. So you will have the option to create playlists. You will have the option to reformat, you know, the way your channel is set up. And there'll be like the little pencil mark will show up. And once you, let's say you create a playlist or you create several playlists, that little pencil mark always shows up. And when you click on that, when it flips around, it gives you the option of vertical or horizontal. And you just pick the one you want. So as you start from the top down, just pick whatever looks most pleasing to you. Vertical, horizontal, maybe all vertical works for you. You just pick. Do I need to do a video to show how to do that? Yes, how do we go about reorganizing our videos? So okay, do I need to create a video to do that? Because I don't feel like I'm explaining it very well. Okay, so Tammy is saying yes. Yes, and look at other channels to see how they're set up for ideas too. Yeah, okay, so I'll try to do that this week. I don't know if I can get it done this week, but I'll try. Okay, yeah, I'll try to do that this week because I know, you know, I have to kick it old school. So like I can create that video with the slides and all of that, but I'm just struggling with how to be able to share screens and all of that. So, okay, so I'll do that. So, okay, now let's take a look at Janae Whitney's channel. There were a couple of things, Janae, that I thought about your channel. And you had a lot of good questions last time. And you had asked if I did any mentoring, because you know that April Will is my little mentee from another class. And I thought, well, let me just take a look at your channel, because I thought you would be open to that. So Janae's value proposition, and her channel is Janae Whitney. And also, let me write it on here. Okay, so this is the one we're looking at right now. And her value proposition is, I share videos on home decor, hauls, fashion, lifestyle, and more. My hope is that you find something here that inspires your own creativity. So expect a new video every week, most likely on Tuesday. So, and on Janae's channel, the video that's front and center to welcome visitors is a home decor haul. And this is very in tune with her value proposition. So it's a nice little home decor haul. So it welcomes you there. You know, Janae, don't be nervous. You know, guys, anything that I say with love. And again, don't be nervous. Because like I said, I'm learning just like you guys. I told you, you know, I got a lot of work that I need to do too. And I'm trying to get it done. So when I look at your last three videos, Janae, your last three were a Macy's try-on haul, a spring torrid try-on haul, plus side inside the dressing room, and then a Target shop with me and try-on haul, spring essentials. So those were like the last three. And I felt that those were in line with your value proposition, but I also saw a kids Valentine's Day basket. And I didn't feel like that one matched up with your value proposition. I did go back and I looked, and I didn't see anything in your value proposition that talked about children. So from my perspective, the kids Valentine's Day basket is not a video that aligns with your brand. So, and I say that because, like I said, I didn't feel like it aligned with your brand because I didn't see anything like that in your value proposition. And one of the things that Sean tells us, and I'm a Sean Cannell follower, that he tells us all the time is never post a video that your subscribers didn't ask for. And what he means by that is it shouldn't be anything that's outside your value proposition. That's why I moved this stuff off of my TNT channel, because that's not what people that come to TNT for. They don't come for YouTube strategy. They come for cooking, cleaning, laundry, that kind of thing. They don't come because they want to hear about YouTube strategy. So there's that. So that's why I say when you guys participate in a collaboration, make sure it's on brand. So now I see Carla Jones says she's nervous and feels funny talking because of her accent. You know what, though? Carla, you have to be you. You have to do you. And so there are people out there who have an accent just like yours, and they need to hear what you have to say. You know, if I love to do cooking, cleaning, laundry, you know, health and beauty, but it's not a whole lot of ladies my age doing health and doing beauty. Most of them are a little bit younger. The other thing is that, you know, a lot of the girls or women that are into cleaning, a lot of them are much younger than I am. And, you know, they have kids and they're doing the mom life. But I thought, you know what? If I focused on that, I would not be here. But that a significant number of people have raised their hand and said they like what I do. So I'm trying to be me. I'm not trying to be Gina Young, even though I would love to have all them subscribers that she has. And, you know, I have to be who I am. So, Carla, you have to do you. As they say, do you, boo. You have to be you. Because there are people out there. Like I was talking to Kenya one day, and I told Kenya, I said, Kenya, I have bathroom envy. She's got so many bathrooms, and they're big, and they're beautiful. You know, she's got this huge, beautiful house. And I'm like, okay. I thought, Denise, there are people that need to see what I have. Because there are people out there that are just like me, that have modest sized homes like I have. So people need to see what you have, Carla. They need to hear what you have to say to empower or inspire them to be authentically themselves. So yes. Yeah, Pam, I got bathroom envy. And I think I told Diva that I had kitchen envy because I love that kitchen of hers. But, you know, you just have to think about, like, what is it that you have to offer? And, you know, I have so many subscribers, and every single one of them have raised their hand, and said, I want what you have to offer. So, Carla, you've got 133 people that said, hey, Carla, I like that. Give me more. So that's what you have to do. Yeah, Pam. Kim's got a nice kitchen. So Lynn Kelly said she lives in an apartment. Tammy said she lives in an apartment. So yes, you have to, there are people out there that need what you have to offer. And you are doing them a disservice when you don't share it with them. So yeah. All right. Tammy Thompson said she has sub envy. She says we all have some kind of envy. And you know what? You're probably right. And it's when we talk about envy, though, we're just talking like all in fun, that kind of thing. You know, it's just all in fun. Because when I say I have bathroom envy, whatever, girl, I have 4 bathrooms in this. Let's see, 4, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 bathrooms. I have 3 bathrooms in this house. And who has to clean them? Do I want more? No. We got more. We got more now to do than I got more to clean, more space to clean now than I need. Like, there's just 2 of us here. We don't need all this space. So who knows? That's a whole different story. But anyway, so there's that. So hey, Darcy, good to have you with us. So let's see. What else was I? We were talking about Janae. I got off track. Okay, so now, Janae, here's a couple other things that I thought. So here's the thing. So, Janae, when I looked at a couple of your videos, I checked out your Macy's try-on, and I thought your intro was just a bit quiet. And it was also a little long. I really wasn't sure what the video was about. I mean, of course, I had seen the title because I was looking for the title. But it was just, the intro was a bit quiet and it was a little bit long. And I felt like I was looking at the bumper first. And I felt like the bumper was in the wrong place. Because, you know, I saw your bumper and it had the sign with your name and Janae Whitney. And I can't remember the 3 words that was on it. And it was attractive, but it was quiet. The music was quiet. So I'm just like, while I was just kind of waiting for that to go through. It took about 15 seconds for that to play before I saw you come on, and then I knew what the video was about. And so it took about 40 seconds for me to completely know what the video was about. Because once you came on, you were like, hey, it's Janae and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, oh, okay, so now I know what she's got planned for us. But it took some time to get there. The next video that I looked at, you did trim the bumper back a bit, so it was only 11 seconds, but I still feel like it was in the wrong place. And this is what I mean by that. So, hey, Krista, good to have you with us. What I've learned from Sean Cannell is that you should have a format for your videos, and I'm not saying you don't, but his best practice is a format for the video that includes a hook, a bumper, an introduction, content, a question of the day, and a call to action. So these are all the things that you should include. So now let me just back up for a second. So so this is what I was thinking you might consider doing. Now, again, these are just my thoughts. I am not a professional, but these are just some things that I've been thinking about. So, and Michelle says, what's a bumper? And Michelle, you have one. So let me explain here what I mean by, you know, a bumper. So for your hook, it could have been like, hey, I'm at Macy's and I'm going to do a try on haul or something like that. So hey, today I'm at Macy's and I'm going to do a dressing room try on. That's your hook. That lets me know, just like that, what it is you're going to talk about. Then show your bumper, which was your Janae Whitney, and then fashion, decor, and something else, which was quiet, but that works when I already know what the video is about, but you want to keep it short. Then you give your intro and let us know who you are and what you're about. If you want to do it quickly and then jump into your dressing room try on. You want to have a question of the day. And yes, ladies, I'm going to come back to that. But you do want to have a question because you want to try to get engagement. And so Carol gave you some good ideas last week about that. Now, you might have done that in this video, but I didn't watch the whole thing because I was trying to check out so many channels today. But one of the things you might say once you've done that try on is, so which piece do you think I need to buy? I can only buy 5 items. So which of the 5 do you think I should get? Should I get this one that had to be neck, or should I get this or that or whatever? But ask a question to generate engagement. And then give your call to action where you invite them again to subscribe. So you need to ask them to subscribe in the front of the video when after you do your hook and you tell them what it's about, and then you tell them who you are. Like, this is Janae Whitney and I do try-ons and blah, blah, blah. And if you like that kind of thing, subscribe and then move on. So you want to be sure to ask for that subscription. Otherwise, you may not get it. And if they don't stay to the end, then you've lost your opportunity to ask. So there's that. And then when you give your call to action, and ladies, we all have got to start doing this. And some of you are doing a better job of this than others, but I can see where people are starting to kind of do it. But you should, after you finish that one, so now if you enjoyed this video, I've got another try on haul when I did a try on at Target. So be sure and check that one out. So you might want to consider doing something like that. So your call to action is, you know, if you like this video, you want to be sure and come back and check out my try on haul that I'm doing at Lane Bryant tomorrow, or that I've already done at Target. And then again, ask for that subscription again, and then wrap it up and you're out of there. So, and then I was looking at Kenya's channel on Kenya's Decor Corner, because she does something very similar to what you do, which is she puts her bumper first as well, just like you do. So, but here's the thing with Kenya, though. Kenya put her bumper first, but it was less than 6 seconds. Like, it was on and it was off just that quick. And the other difference is there was a picture, like when Kenya's bumper came on, it had her title, Welcome to Kenya's Decor Corner. It had the title of the video and it had her picture, and it was less than 6 seconds. And then she was talking to us about, hi, welcome to Kenya's Decor Corner. I'm Kenya, and this is what we're going to do today. So in less than 30 seconds, you knew where you were, who you were talking to, and what you were going to get. So that's what you want to think about. So now, what is Kenya's value proposition? She says, if you love all things home decor, you're in the right place. I love sharing Decorate with me, clean with me, shop with me, shopping haul videos. I've always enjoyed decorating, shopping, crafting, entertaining, and most of all, I love sharing ideas and tips to inspire others. So when you think about your value proposition, the question is, well, what's in it for me? Like, what you gonna do for me? She says, sharing ideas and tips to inspire others. And that's what I want. So that's why I look. So that's what I want. So when you look at Kenya's video, just kind of look at that. There's a new thing that I've noticed right now. And one of the things that I've noticed is that some people are doing like almost a mini video. Like in the beginning, rather than talking or even showing that bumper, they just jump right into the video and they're doing something, working. Either they're cleaning, they're cooking. And I think Ruth at Kentucky Fried Fun does that a lot. You'll open up her video and already she's cleaning or doing whatever it is. And then after you watch about 15 or 20 seconds, sometimes even a full minute of that activity, then they come back and say, hey, welcome to my channel and blah, 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 blah. I've noticed that thing happening today. How long is too long from a bumper? They should be 10 seconds at most, but definitely no longer than 15. At least that's what I've learned from Sean Cannell. No longer than 15 seconds, but 10 is best. Under 10 is best. If you guys know my little bumper, that's that little thing that spins around with my this and that with Denise logo on it. It's 9 seconds. Okay, so wait a minute. There was something else I wanted to make sure I said. 10 seconds is okay, Pam. 10 seconds is okay. All right. Now, when you look at Kenya's channel, I like the vertical layout of her channel. They just go straight down. It's not like all the way across like that. I like that straight down for some reason, but she only has 2 sections. So I think she could consider customizing and reorganizing her channel as well. She has her uploads, and then she had, something else. She didn't have any playlist or anything like that, but she just had 2 sections on her homepage, and you can add as many sections as you like. What does the bumper do? Well, the bumper lets people know. It's like your logo. It kind of lets people know who you are, what you're about. It's just real quick, and it can be static, it can be live, but it's just real quick. Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of like somebody was talking about a splash page. I'm not sure what that is, but let me see. Let me find mine. Some people call them a sting. Some people call them a logo. Let me get my channel here and I will show you. I got to get my TNT channel up. Guys, this is kind of fun tonight. Yeah, so yeah, popular uploads. Yes, she has uploads and popular uploads. Those are the only 2 that she has. And yes, Pam said it creates some visual interest in between your intro and the main part of your video typically. So let's see. Let me get the commercial off here. I don't think I need one on beard conditioner. Oh, this guy's beard is really kicking though. But I don't think I need that. How do you get barbecue out of a tablecloth? Wait a minute. How do you get barbecue sauce out of a tablecloth? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips. Keep watching. That's a bumper. If you're new to my channel, I'm Denise, and I teach traditional homemaking. 20 seconds. All that was done in 20 seconds. Oh, okay. Carla, remind me to come back to ask that. But so, okay, so now on this channel, I don't have a bumper because this channel is not this. It's a branded channel for this and that with Denise Jordan. So I don't use that bumper on here. So what I do for here is I'll just say, before we get into that, I'm Denise Jordan. So that I gave you the introduction that way. But on my regular channel, like I'll say, how do you get barbecue sauce stains out of a tablecloth? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 tips. And then there's that. So, no, Michelle, the bumper is not the intro. The intro is when I say, the intro is when I introduce myself. The intro is say, before we get into that, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to grow their influence through YouTube. If that sounds like something you want to do, then subscribe and double tap on the little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's get into it. That's the intro. The content is I say so. Now in today's video, we're going to kick it old school and we are going to talk about blah, blah, blah. Well, okay. You see on Fiverr, they call it an intro, and yeah, they might call it that. But remember, though, you can put that bumper anywhere. And since I've been putting it at the beginning and toward the end lately. So Carol said she gets bored if they're too long. You want to keep them under 10 seconds. So now Carla, let me just back up for a second. Carla was asking. So Michelle, did we finish your question? You were saying that you've always called that bumper an intro. That's not what I learned was the intro in my program. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's not the way I learned it or the way I practice it. And I was watching one of your videos, and let me just find it real quick, and then I'll talk about how I got that thingy in there because it took me a while to figure that out. Let me find Michelle, my everyday wife life, there. So we have to get the commercial off first. You made yours on PicMonkey. Okay.
And, you know, whenever he says stuff like that, I always go, yeah, you're contributing. And, you know,
so for this one,
you're contributing to the delinquency of a fat girl. Like,
she just jumped right in and started talking. And then there's her title. Now there's her bumper.
It's Sunday, and hubby and I are going to take a little Sunday drive. So
18 seconds, and it was in. So notice she just started off talking about, you could see they're in the car, and then she's talking about some topic, and it's like, what are they talking about? And then you see her bumper, and then she gets into, hubby and I are going to take a Sunday drive, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now there was a question. Yeah, it's a different thing. So like I said, like I follow Sean Cannell's program, and the way he taught us is that there's a format for your video, and you have a hook, which is in this video, I'm going to show you how to get barbecue sauce stains out of a tablecloth. That's the hook. And then you have your bumper, and then you have your intro. So it's like, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to grow their influence or whatever. And then you jump into whatever it is you're talking about. So there's that. Okay, so now there was something. Oh, Carla, I think it was Carla that asked, let me find it. I think she was asking, how do I get the logo thingy on your videos, the little picture on your videos? So that logo thingy that I had, I bought that off of Fiverr, and it was like $5, you know, whatever. You can get them to make you something like that on Fiverr. Or you can create your own graphic on Canva or PicMonkey and just add your music to it, that kind of thing. But the thing that I am really interested in, well, that I'm most pleased with, and I finally figured out how to do, was this. Now, let me find it. Oh, I guess I have to have my own channel up. I won't find it on your channel, Stephanie. I mean, Michelle. How do you get barbecue sauce out of a tablecloth? Well, in this video, I think it looks pretty. Enjoy trying. Hit that subscribe. Now, right here, I finally figured out how to do this. Let's see. What? I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. Now, is this what you're asking about? This is Denise Jordan saying next time in the laundry lab. So it took me a while to figure out how to get that in there. And I am just so glad that I did. Because one of the things that Sonny Lenarducci had told us in one of the videos we looked at was said that we shouldn't just like try to show some of those end screens while we're still talking so that people can click on them if they can. Now, those aren't clickable links. I don't know how to do that yet on here. But when it's an end card on YouTube, I can do that out. So what I just did, Diva, so in your video editing software, all you do to do that is, you know, when you're so, you know, like on your video editing software, here's your video on the screen, or however there's your video there. And what you want to do is unlink them so that you separate the video from the audio, and then move that over and bring in the picture. So then what you do is like you unlink the video. Well, let's see, where is that? Okay. Unlink the video from the audio and then move the video away, and then bring in the picture and put the picture right there. Then bring the video on top of the picture, but shrink the picture, the video down so that it's over on the side. You can move it around, that kind of thing. And that's how I was able to do that. It took me a while to figure it out, but it wasn't as hard once I figured out what I was doing. But you can get free graphics on Canva, on PicMonkey. There's all kinds of things you can do. Yeah, PicMonkey's free, and well, no, PicMonkey there's a price now, but Canva is free, and you can do some darn good graphics with Canva. Okay, so we were talking about Kenya. Let's make sure I finished everything with that one. Oh, one of the other things that I wanted to so Carol is saying she's loving Canva. She did her last 2 thumbnails on Canva. And Carol, that's another thing that I noticed on your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are looking great. I mean, you really got a lot less words on them. The images are bigger. I can see that you have been leveling up 1%, which is what we all want. Try it. It's free. They do have some paid options, but the free options work beautifully. I use the free options. So now back to Kenya. We were looking at some things on her channel that I thought she did really well. Her last few videos included Entryway, Foyer, Decorate with Me. That was one. One of them was the What Kind of Mom Am I tag, Get to Know Me. The other one was the Spring Lantern Collab 2020 Neutral Farmhouse Style. And then the Imitation. And I felt that all of those 4 videos, the Get to Know Me as a Mom tag, was not on brand. Her value proposition doesn't say anything about living the mom life. Her value proposition is about home decor. So I didn't think that that one was on brand for her. So people might be interested in finding that information out about her. I'm not saying they're not, but from my perspective, I didn't think it was on brand. But one of the things she did that I really, really loved was in her her last 2 videos, she was decorating her foyer. So in the Spring Lantern collaboration, I just loved the way she set it up. But this is the thing that I liked about it. She showed us how to build 2 different designs, you know, one on this side, one on that side. Hey, Miss Congeniality, how you doing? So they were complementary, similar, but not the same. But she showed us how she built them. But the thing about it was that she showed us what she was doing, and then she told us why she was doing it. And then once she was all done with it, she talked about how it worked. She talked about the layering, and she talked about heights, and she talked about bringing in this or that to fill in here or there. It was just so nice, and I felt like I learned so much, because sometimes I struggle with that kind of thing with decorating. So that was really good. And then when she took down her Christmas decor, like I kind of watched how she was very careful taking it down. She had a lot of it, and she was very careful taking it down, and she packed it all away. So I observed that. And then she put up the spring decor, and she says, I'm just going to go ahead and get this done, and I won't talk too much while I did it. So then she just kind of did it. And then at the end, there was one of the plaques that she used, a long one. There was something on the plaque that she didn't like. So she showed how she was able to camouflage the area that she didn't like with other decor. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll see, I learned something there as well. So I really enjoyed it because I learned something new each time. So there was that. Now, Pam said she liked the mom tag because she often mentions her son in her videos. And so she felt like she was getting to know her. You're getting to know her better. Okay, that's fine. I was just saying, I thought, well, is that on brand or not? So, but then if you do want to get to know people more, then sometimes it's going to be those kind of tags that will do it too. So there's that. And, she had good views on that tag. So evidently her people liked it too. So, and she's got enough of a following that sometimes you can get so many followers that no matter what you put up, people like. And Kenya rarely has a video that goes up that gets less than 500 views on it. So there's that. So her people are raising their hand, and it keeps saying, I like it, keep more and more and more and more and more. So it's working for her. So yeah. Okay, so the other free app for thumbnails is PicMonkey. Or rather, I'm sorry, it's not free. I think it's about like a less than $10 monthly fee, I think, for PicMonkey. It is not free, but it is very good. Okay. So now I like having, my ear is itching inside. I don't know what's going on here. So Carol said she usually enjoys tag videos, and I used to enjoy doing them, and I like finding out more about my other people that I follow. I feel like with our live streams, we have a lot of connection, and we can kind of chat with one another and get to know each other there. Okay, PicMonkey, $7.99 a month. Thanks, Lynn Kelly. So there's that, because that's the nice thing about YouTube, and that's how YouTube differs from regular TV, and is that we can establish a connection with others through that. So that was just my thought about that. Now, the other thing that I like that Kenya does well is that she uses her community tab to let us know what's going on with her channel and in her life. So for example, when her new videos were out, she puts a little note up there. Have you seen this? Check this out, whatever. And then when she wasn't on as often because she was struggling with some, does a good job with that. And that's one way to increase engagement with your audience. And I meant to say that I think there was someone who I know, Luann at It's Always Something Around Here. I looked at your channel tonight just real quick because I was running out of time. But I thought one of the things that you could do is use your community tab more. I only saw one posting on your community tab. And I want to challenge everyone here, if you've got 1,000 or more subscribers, start using your community tab. And I tell you who shows you how to do it is DIY Mommy. Go to her channel and look at how she uses her community tab. That's how community tabs are meant to be used. what she does, you know, Luann, I know you said you don't think to use it, and I think to use it when I want to put up the notification about this live stream, because a lot of people have difficulty finding this channel. Oh, and speaking of that, if you guys could all make this either a featured channel or a favorite channel or something so you don't have trouble finding it. But here's the thing, your community tab, when you put a post there, it gets generated out or pushed out in a different way than some of the stuff that with your videos. And so people may see that post that may not see a notification about a video. Also, it's a way to engage. So Sandy, if you've got 1,000 subscribers, you should start using your community tab. If you don't have a community tab yet, then you can consider trying Instagram. Now, I got a lot of nerve talking about Instagram. I tried to put up an Instagram post today. It took me forever. I was at the Fort Wayne Home and Garden Show. I finally had to stop a young person and say, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get this Instagram story up. Can you help me? And I still couldn't figure it out. But you should be using your community tab because it's just another way to engage your audience. So people knew about Kenya's husband through her community tab. And by the time he was better and she posted a note and said, I'm back, things are under control. It's a way to let people know what's going on. And it's a way for me to let you guys know, okay, we're going to be live tonight. Here's the link just in case people have trouble finding it. And yes, so now Michelle says she uses it like Instagram on the day she doesn't post a video to engage subbies. Perfect. And that's what the DIY mommy does. She posts almost 2 or 3 times a week on her community tab. And she will say, so I'm thinking about doing a DIY project on my kitchen floor or a painting the bedroom. What do you want to see? She will ask her subscribers, her viewers, what do you want me to do? Or she'll say, sorry, guys, I'm not putting up a video tonight because I got this and that going on. But it's coming and it's worth the wait. So be sure and check me out, blah, blah, blah. And then she'll have a real nice picture of herself up in overalls doing something. So, yeah, try using your community tab. And, you know, it just helps you engage more with your viewers. Now, stories on YouTube. Diva, I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, so now, but those are the things that I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to mention swatting before I got to the collabs. All right, so that's all the shout outs that I wanted to give. So now I want to talk a little bit about swatting. So again, Instagram stories, there's YouTube stories. I don't know a thing about YouTube stories yet, Diva. I should probably investigate it. But, and yes, the poll in the community tab is a fun option, and you should use those as well too. And it's a way to easily engage with your viewers. So, you know, maybe you, like Janae Whitney, when you did your haul, you could have, you know, maybe show a picture of 2 different outfits. And then on your community tab, do a poll and ask, do you like A or do you like B? That kind of thing. So yeah, consider doing that. So now let's talk about swatting. Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life brought this to my attention, but I had already seen the video. So now this is what I'm talking about. So this is what I'm talking about. And Jody at Southern Seasons, and she's one of the ladies that I'm subscribed to. I think she's jumped in a couple of the collabs we might have had here occasionally. But she said she got swatted. And I was like, what? And I knew what she meant because I learned about getting swatted from watching The Good Fight. And what happens is that someone, either as a malicious prank or they think it's a funny ha-ha prank, will call in a fictitious police report. And they will say, like, for example, what happened to Jody is that they called into a police channel, to a police station, and said something like there was violence taking place in a home and it involved children. And they didn't call her local police station. They called the police in another area. So then that police department contacted the police department where Jody lives, and they sent out a SWAT team. So now Jody said she got a phone call, and it was like some kind of a mechanical voice. It was very odd, and said she needed to come outside. And she thought, I'm not going outside. What the heck is this? Well, it turns out she called her husband. He was probably either upstairs or somewhere else in the house. And she told him what was going on the phone. And because the person on the phone said, this is the police. We understand there's some violence taking place in your home and children are involved. And she's like, no, there's nobody here but me and my husband. So they told her she had to come outside. Her husband looks out the back window and sees these men in black ninja suits coming across their backyard through the snow. And she has video footage of this. So she went out, and it turns out that what happened was someone had called in this fictitious report. And so the police sent out the SWAT team to her house. And she had to come out first, and then her husband had to come out. And then the SWAT team went in and searched her home, and they realized it was a prank call. This has been happening for about the last 5 years. And usually when it happens, it's like a gamer or someone like that, someone into gaming. But Justin Bieber has been swatted. Tom Cruise and some other celebrities like that have happened. They have not always ended well. There was a situation in 2017 where one gamer got mad at another gamer and called in this fictitious swatting report and gave this address. So the SWAT team went to this house, and the man came out on the porch. It was his mother's house. He came out on the porch, and he went to go like this, and the police shot him, killed him. Turns out it was a swatting prank, and it was the wrong address. So they can have fatal results. And so there are laws about this. Even some of our like congressmen, our elected representatives have been swatted. So there's a law on the books now about that. It's considered a felony because first of all, you're using all these, community resources. When they send out a SWAT team, it's expensive. And then if someone ends up killed, it's a problem. So the person that did that event got some time in prison for manslaughter. And so it's different things like that. So Jody is not going to go live anymore. Now, how does it happen? Well, when you're going live, some people that are really pretty computer savvy can figure out what your IPO is. I'm not sure, IPO, IPS, but anyway, they figure out what your IPO is, and they can get your address from that. And so they already have your name, like they already know I'm Denise Jordan. So they figure out my IPO, they get my address, and then they call my name and address in to the police department, and then that happens. IP address. Okay. Yeah, this guy was convicted. It is a felony, but this guy was convicted of manslaughter because he didn't mean, for it to go south like that. But yeah, it's big time. So Michelle was the one that wanted me to mention it. I had seen that video, but I hadn't thought to talk about it. But then I thought, well, maybe we should, because, going live, there is that risk. And you guys know, like last week, we had a couple of trolls that were on, and they were really kind of nasty. And then a few weeks ago, we had a couple of trolls. We're usually pretty lucky, but, I don't know. So, yeah, that's pretty awful. Pretty awful. So the question will be whether or not you choose to go live or not. So Tammy said she feels like she shouldn't go live anymore. And Michelle said she wasn't going to go live anymore because of that. She and her hubby talked about it. I talked about it with my husband, and we haven't really made a decision about that yet, but it's scary. So Darcy, the only thing I have left to do now is to give the updates on open invites and collabs, and I'll put those in the description box to make sure that you guys all have those. So I've given all the information that I wanted to make sure you guys had. That would be nice to know. So Lynn Kelly said there's some kind of an app you can get that prevents people from getting them in. Can you block this from happening in any way? I think one way that you can prevent people from doing that is like when we do live streams with Sean Cannell, we get a link. We get a video link that we click on, and that's how we know when to go live and where. So I'm thinking that, yeah, so you can go, like if you go live with a private link, then only the people with the link can see the live stream, and then they can't get your information. So there's that. And I suppose that's how you do a private live stream. So like this is a public live stream. So that's how we have people jump on that are not part of our group. But there are private live streams where you, like if I put the link, let's say I put the link on my community tab. And so you got the link from there. And then we went live. Only the people with the link could see it. Now, of course, more people could see it on my community tab. Or sometimes what we do with Sean's network is we will do a Facebook Live. For example, we'll get the link and it's on Facebook and we're live there. So I don't know. Are there any St. Patrick's Day challenges or collabs? No, I'm not seeing any. Yeah, there's none at all. All right, so now let me go ahead and give these collabs. So, because we've been on for a while, folks. So let me do that. We've had some great conversation today, though. Who says there's a St. Patrick's collab on March 7th? Well, let me look. Let's get it started and we'll see. All right, so today is March 1st. So we've got the seasonal wreath challenge with Pam at Creative Homescaping, and she wants us to continue to drop those springtime wreaths. So even though it dropped today, you can get your videos in for the end of the week. So there's that. Crafty Kitty says she's co-hosting a Springtime in Paris collab. Open invite is up. And see, Kitty, I did search before I came and that didn't pop up. So March 7th. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. That was indelicate. So Springtime in Paris with Crafty Kitty. Is that a tablescape, Kitty? But okay, so March 1st, seasonal wreath challenge. March 1st, 90-day health progress check-in with Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a budget. And you can she usually gives you about a week to kind of check in to get all that information in. Okay, Kitty, yeah, go ahead and send that out to me. And then the Blue and White Tablescape challenge with Mysterious Alberta and Cynthia, She's So Blessed. All those drop today, but you've got several days that you can get those in. So do that. March 3rd kicks off Diva's Spring Clean With Me series, and the first place you start is in the entryway or your foyer. So her Clean With Me series starts March 3rd. And then we've got 2 spring coffee table collaborations. On March 7th, we've got the Spring Coffee Table Décor hosted by Sheryl at IStyleMyStyle and Sharon at Creative Glam. And then we also have a Soulier's Spring Coffee Table Decor Challenge that drops on April 4th. So we've got those 2. Coffee Table Decor Challenges. And then on March 9th, the Spring Bathroom Vignette hosted by Saving with Miss V. March 9th, another one by Joan Brodie, and it's the Thrift Flip. And you guys know Joan Brodie has changed her name from Joan Brodie. I mean, not that she's changed her name, but she's changed her YouTube channel name to the Thrift Queen. So her $10 Thrift Flip. And then March 10th is the Spring Clean With Me series. Again, that's Divas, and that's the Living Room or Great Room challenge. So that's part 2 of that. And then March 16th is my Spring Kitchen Vignette hosted by moi. And I'll post the invite within the next day or 2. And then the March 17th is the 3rd in the Spring Clean With Me series by Diva. And this one is the kitchen. And then on March 18th, a useful DIY challenge with Mumdas. And her co-host is to be announced. I don't know, Carol, if it's only if you're live or if they can be compromised from your past ones. I really don't know. I don't know enough about that kind of stuff. March 20th is the Spring Coffee Bar Beverage Station Challenge hosted by Kenya's Décor Corner, and I think Diva Designing on a Dime. I think I left that off. I got to get that on there. But March 20th, Spring Coffee Bar Beverage Station Challenge hosted by Diva Designing on a Dime and Kenya. Oh, Tammy has a monthly Entryway Decor Challenge 2020, and this one is on March 27th. So she'll be posting the invite in the next day or two. I'll be sure to get that on the list. I'll write that down now. And she said she'll get the invite video up within the next day or so. All right, so backing up again, March 9th, Spring Bathroom Vignette hosted by Saving with Miss V. And you're just going to switch out your bathroom vignette for spring. And then the $10 Thrift Flip with Joan Brodie, the Thrift Queen. March 10th, Spring Clean with Me series, Great Room Diva. March 16th, Spring Kitchen Vignette hosted by me. March 17th, Spring Clean with Me. Again, the kitchen with Diva. March 18th, Useful DIY Talent with Moomdos. March 20th, Spring Coffee Bar. I guess I forgot. I've already said those. March 20th is the Mantle Decor Challenge hosted by Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. That's on March 20th. Pam is asking, how many hours per week do I work on YouTube? Because I do so much. My husband will tell you way too many. I've tried to cut down on what I do on YouTube. Like when I do this, like if I create a video where I create all the slides and things like that, that takes quite a bit of time to do. So sometimes I think I'll be able to get it done in a day, and I can't because I've got so much other stuff going on in real life. And then when I try to get my 2 videos up a week on my TNT channel, the cooking videos take time. I can do a laundry video or a clean with me video pretty quickly, but those cooking videos take time. So I don't know. I probably spend 15, 20 hours a week. I don't know. Good question. Like Sundays, I might spend quite a bit of time on Sunday getting ready for the show if I don't start earlier. Like sometimes I'll get some things ready the day before. But okay, March 20th, Mantle Decor Challenge hosted by Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me. March 21st, DIY Mommy Spring DIY Decor Challenge, and her invite video is on her community tab. So remember, she's doing all that kind of stuff on the community tab as well as other stuff. March 24th, Spring Clean with Me series Diva, your closet or pantry. And then March 27th is that Entryway Challenge hosted by Tammy Thompson TV MG. March 28th, Pretty in Pink Easter Tablescape Challenge with fabulous designs on a budget and Diva Designing on a Dime. Pretty in Pink, how cute is that? And March 30th is the Moonlight Clean with Me Spring 2020 Challenge hosted by myself. And March 31st, Spring Clean with Me series by the Diva. You get to pick the place in your house. And then April 1st is the third in the video series with Marilyn's health progress check-in. Yeah, Tammy, you're right. I can't. And April 4th, as I said, was the Coffee Table Decor Challenge with Foyer at My Style, My Colors. And then April 11th, the Spring Bar Cart collab with Marilyn and Kimberly Davis. So those are all the collabs that I have. I will get these here off of the that you guys just mentioned here. So Crafty Kitty, let me find it again. But I've got Tammy's Entryway, and Kitty, yours was, April in Paris or something like that. Springtime in Paris. And that is on March 7th, I think. So Wendy always busy. If it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it. Wait, Wendy always busy is doing a St. Patrick's Day collab on March 7th. Oh, if it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it. Let me see who that is. That's an interesting name. If it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it. Let's see if I can find that. Okay, so their name just popped up. So March 7th is the St. Patrick's Day tablescape. If it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it. Okay. So we've got the Springtime in Paris with Crafty Kitty, and then if it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it. When is her? I don't see her. Oh, St. Patrick's Day, Tuesday. Okay, I see her open invite.
Hello, welcome back to If It Ain't Cheap. I'm not buying it. It's your girl Kel here with another open invite. You guessed it.
March 7th is that one. Okay, so March 7th is that one, St. Patrick's Day. So it looks like we got a couple on March 7th. Okay, guys, thank you. All right. Yes, I will post these in the description box probably tomorrow, because usually like Sunday night, I'm tired once we're done. And so I'll get these, like I'll tweak these notes, and then I'll get them in the description box tomorrow. Then you guys can pull those out. But we've got several there. And yeah, sometimes, guys, I'll miss them. Like I'll search, but they don't always come up. Stephanie and Bree's project book has one on the 22nd. What is the one on the 22nd? What is that one? Hey, Sandy, good to have you with us. March 22nd. Bree's project book. Let me try to find it real quick. I like Bree's project book. She does some fun stuff on her channel. I like her channel. Oh, Stephanie said it's a spring tablescape. Oh, I see it right here. Open invitation. Spring tablescape. Well, it says 2016. Wait a minute. All right, so Springtime in Paris tablescape is March 14th. Let me. And that's Crafty Kitty. And then the Spring tablescape, Spring is in the Air, March 22nd. And that's with the Breeze Project book and Tammy at, and Stephanie. Okay. And then Tammy and Lynn Kelly are hosting a paper and plastic tablescape on March 8th. Oh, well, okay. Paper and plastic. Do you guys have the invite video out? Okay, so you've seen that one. So paper and plastic, and this is Lynn, Kelly, and Tammy at Me Myself. I'm going to go through these notes to make sure I got those. Oh, I see. Okay, so Tammy is doing it, not Lynn Kelly, just Tammy. Okay. Paper and plastic. Okay, March 8th. Oh, now I see why you said you were doing all these 3 tablescapes today. Oh my goodness, that makes sense now. I got it. So Tammy at Me, Myself, and I DIY'd it. Okay, I got it. So do I have them all now? I got March 14th with Crafty Kitty, the Springtime in Paris tablescape. And then a St. Patrick's Day tablescape on March 7th. And I forgot that was with If It Ain't Cheap. On March 7th. So I've got that. Yeah, I got it. Okay. And then no, there's 2. Yeah, there's a Springtime in Paris that is with Crafty Kitty on March 14th. And then there is a spring tablescape with somebody else that I just looked at. Oh, Bree's Project Book and Stephanie, a spring, and spring is in the air. So spring is in the air. And that is March 22nd with Bree's Project Book and Stephanie. Okay. All right, I think I got it. I'll try to get that down. If something's wrong, one of you guys will let me know. If something's wrong, Stephanie will help me get it corrected, and then I'll make sure that I have it right. All right. So are we good, guys? We had a lot to talk about tonight. We really did. This was fun, though. This was fun. I enjoyed just kind of chatting tonight. Sometimes just being old school and relaxed is just fun. So. Yeah, you can email me if you have some, if you find some. I got them written down, but for the most part, I have most of them. But every now and then I'll miss some. And sometimes they just don't show up. So I'll double check the ones you guys sent me, and then I'll get those in there. But yeah, this was good. This was a good session. I enjoyed it. So thank you, guys. Good night. If you like this video, be sure and check out my thumbnail video. Make sure you watch that. And I will chat with you guys later. Yes, Mary, I enjoyed talking to everybody too. Good night, guys.